Look at wrestling, UFC. If you don't punch someone, if you don't, make the blood come out from someone's mouth, if you don't, you almost kill someone, strangle someone to death, you are not going to be rich. That's a game created by the elite for their own realization. The rich are so calculative. They know that if you are not poor, there's no way they can be rich. They are rich because you are poor. In the absence of poor, there's no rich. And so what they did is to create a division between the rich and the poor, between them, the elites, and you, the poor masses. Money. Can you see? To create this paper, what they did is to just look for a paper and then draw someone's head. They draw someone's head there, and they tell you that once you have this money, then your problem is solved. You can get anything you want. That is where you can buy house, you can buy car. But if you don't have this money, you cannot have anything. Even to eat food. Sometimes I used to wonder what is the relationship between paper and food? There's no relationship. As far as I cannot eat this paper, this is worthless. The importance of this paper is directly proportional to the importance attached by the owner.
The importance of this paper is directly proportional to the importance attached by the owner.
If the owner says this money, 2 of this money is enough for you to buy the car, that is the importance attached to it. I might as well to come out with something. I might as well come out with my own money and say my own money is that once you have one of it, you can buy private jets. Once you have one of this money, you can buy private jet. That is my own. That is the importance I've attached to it. If I'm succeeded in making people to go along with what I've said, I've just created a society based on money. This money, you cannot eat it. In war, this money is useless. You can't buy anything. It's to eat. As far as I'm concerned, food and paper does not relate. So why do the rich and the government, why do they create a society that is based on money? Why do they create a money-based society? To the extent that now, people no longer do anything. They just want to go and have this. Because that is a value that was attached by the elites. And when I'm saying by the elites, it might not be the Nigerian government alone. A collective gathering of some elites of the world, like the Americans, like the Russia. These are the people that owns this money. People now, they have neglected the most important thing, which is food, farming, agriculture, going in search for this paper. The importance attached to it by someone. Importance attached to this money is attached to it by someone, by government, by the elites. And these elites are the same people that put you in the situation that we are, that put me in the situation that we are today. Same elites are the people that are governing us. The same elites are the people that are ruling us. They are in the political system. They are the ones that are supposed to give us basic amenities like electricity, water, affordable housing, good transportation system. The same people, they are the ones that are in charge of this. And no wonder these people don't want to do it, don't want to do any of this, because they know that when they give you the basic amenities as a human being, this will become so useless. Because the power of this is the power of what it can buy. Power of this paper is the power of what it can buy. So if there is affordable housing, and there is a good transport system, and there is electricity, stable power supply and water, their paper will become so useless because you are not using it to buy any other thing. Because you already have those things, the basic things of human life, which is what should be available for all. But these people, in a bid to make you to play their game of this paper, because this paper is game. Just print something like this, right? Put someone's head, someone that have died, you put his head, and said it's more important than human being. To the extent that if you don't have this, you can't eat. So it's more important than food, than humans. Without it, you cannot eat. Without it, you cannot have a good accommodation to cover you. Without this paper, you cannot have even electricity, you cannot have water. So what is it that you can have without this? Nothing. So this is more important than me. So if I don't have this, I'm dead. And so what do? We go in search all our life, pursuing this. Not knowing that we are playing the game of the elites. The game created by the elites. We have just started playing their game because they've already conditioned your mind. From the day they ask you that until you get this, if you don't get this, you don't get anything. That is the day that your game has begun. And that is why today we are focusing on the wrong thing. We are pursuing this, thinking that if we have more of this, our problem is solved. And no wonder we have more of this, but no problem is solved because this is paper. This is paper. Problem cannot be solved with plenty of paper. Problem cannot be solved with plenty of paper. problem can only be solved with something that is consumable by humans. When God created us, there's no this thing. It is man that created this thing. And we are pursuing this thing. And this thing is not the solution to humans. The solution to humans is not paper, it's food. So we are focusing on the wrong thing. Let's go back. The world has a lot of resources to feed us, but we have neglected resources. We are going after this. And once we get this, do you know what to do with it? We now start destroying land. Natural land, motherland. Land that was created for us to make us, to beautify us, to feed us. We will start destroying it in a bid to build house, to industrialize or to urbanize or to modernize the society. We start destroying the land that is supposed to feed us just because of this paper. Because we want to have luxury over nothing, luxury, yet the society is in shambles, is in poverty. We want to have luxury of what? So please let's not create a money-based society. Let's create a society that is focused on humans, please. This is what everybody's preaching about. Even in churches, we mocks people. They say if you don't bring this, you are not important. Even God will not even see you as a human being. If you don't even bring this paper, God, in fact, you are not spiritually, you are lost. You can see the kind of the importance, the importance of attached to this, and it is deliberately done by the elites, the people that created this, so that is the only way they can put you in bondage. That is the only way they can make you to play their game in their own terms. Because if they don't create this thing, how will they control you? They can control you. This is the only thing that makes them to control you. Ask yourself, if you have an affordable house, it may not be a big house, but maybe in a self-contained, very clean house. Your cupboard is there, your toilet is there, your bedroom is there, everywhere shiny. Just a one-room apartment, but the ceiling, when you check, white, everywhere is shiny. You have your TV, everything is just in place. Your curtain, everything is laid well. Your floor is polished. Then you are going out. You can call a transport system, or there is a bus stop just across your road where you can just go take a cab to anywhere you want to go. There is affordable food for you. There is rice, there is beans. Everything is just affordable. You can get all these things. Let me ask you, all these prayers, some prayers that you doing, will you still be praying those kind of prayers? And see that when these people deprive you of these things, you now see the necessity to pray. So if you have most of these things, most of these your prayers will not be necessary, because some of these your prayers are not necessary if the government are giving us those basic amenities as human beings.